going back to that, the hardest part is getting to the starting line. What are the blockers? What are the hurdles that you're currently facing with Full Circle?
We've got what we've never had before. We've got a completely finished boat. We've got everything that we need in the boat. We don't need anything more for the boat. We've got a good team. We've built everything up around it. We have a budget we need to find to campaign the boat now. We are in talks with to extend some arrangements with our existing sponsors, which I'm pretty sure will happen. And we just have to keep looking for new sponsors and supporters all the way through to the start line.
So so it's actually about those external things. You've done the engineering, you've done the planning, you've got the boat, you've got the planning. So it's looking for those partners. And
yes.
What kind of partners would you say are the best fit?
Because of my age, I'm going to say pension companies.
So you're saying people with money?
Yeah, well, no, I'm not saying pensioners got money, but that I am talking to a company at the moment, an insurance company. I loved one of their adverts, and I wrote to them praising their advert for it, and it was a 90-second advert, which is long for TV, and they specialise in medical cover for pensioners and silver travellers, which we fit that block. And I'm not saying it didn't go as well as I thought, but it's slower than I thought. It is still there, and they would be an ideal sponsor because we represent the crew. Represent an industry, which is the silver pound. I mean, for example, my oldest crew member's 90, fit as a fiddle, ex-military, up until 2 years ago was racing his own powerboat for Cowes Torquay, great guy, on the ball. My youngest member is head of education, he's 58, and we've got in between. 3 of our crew have been together forever and ever and ever, and we are 73. We were born in 53, which seems to be a unique year. And then we've got people in between. So, but we're all fit and healthy. As I said when I arrived today, I needed to do half of my 6-mile walk today, so I walked from the ferry to here, and I walked to the ferry. So, and it's keeping going. I'm going to touch a piece of wood here. I've never been ill, never. I've broken nearly every part of my body one way or the other.
Okay, so you've got a definition of illness that's
different. Illness is something that is outside of your control. I didn't have to break everything in the circumstances I did. And yes, I mean, the injuries I got, as I've got older, they might show up in maybe a strange walk or can't move my head so far. I mean, I've had my back rebuilt twice, and on the second time they found out I actually had a broken neck, but I just thought it was uncomfortable. But I'm, touch wood again, I'm quite healthy, and so's my crew. We don't go out of our way to keep fit in any way, shape or form. We go out of our way to keep going. And it's so easy after COVID. I've seen so many people leave this planet when they shouldn't have done through sedentary inaction. And that is another part of the project. So at the beginning, we got the young education side, which we follow right the way through. But we also represent an elderly group, which often get dismissed. Because we are that group, we're not prepared to dismiss it.
Gotcha. So the big hurdle at the moment is looking for those partners, looking for those people who are willing to support you. You've outlined the kind of people you think.
Yep.
I suppose it'd be remiss of me not to give the opportunity. You've been so generous with your time to offer you the time to say there might be people who listen to this, watch this, and they might be thinking, oh, I like Alan or I know Alan and I really want to support Full Circle. What would you say to them, or what could you say to encourage them to get involved?
If it's a company or corporation or of any form, of any size, please contact me and we can cut the cloth accordingly. We can do what you want us to do, not what we want to do for you. I think our strongest audience is the public, and we want you to be part of us. We would want you to come onto our website if there's anything there that turns you on. We're not greedy people by any stretch of the imagination. We want to work with you. We want you to be part of the project. And my aim, and I know it's a tall order, but we should be able to do it, is to get to a minimum of 1 billion people coming around the world with us every day. On the data we've got so far, there's no reason why we couldn't quadruple that, and that's what we can do on social media. If you see a badge for sale or whatever, anything. I don't like asking people for money. I'll work for my money. I will definitely work for my money, and that's what I say with the corporate side. Some of our sponsors work me really, really hard, and I don't mind because they've allowed us to get the boat finished. I have no idea how much the fuel's going to cost at the moment. I did, and it was budgeted to the penny, but that went out the window a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just
so it's really
support the project.
It's really about this vision you've got of the project really being this high profile thing that's really reaching a massive audience. And so it's about the people who want to be aligned with that.
Yeah.
And they get, I guess, sponsorship agreements would include kind of name sponsors. What else do they get? Do they like special content?
Most definitely. I mean, as an example, we're just working on a little project at the moment, part of the project. It's a supporters project. It's been costed at $29.99, but we're doing it in quite a unique way. Because of our environmental credentials, I'm having both sides of the boat painted or wrapped as a shoal of fish. And some of those fish are endangered species. And we're going to put the people's names inside each and every one of the fish. So your name will always be visible, or a family name. Obviously, there's a certificate and there's invites to come aboard the boat and have a cup of tea, have a cup of coffee. We have open evenings. We have barbecues. We're very, very social. Mm-hmm. So once we get going, we'll be in this area a lot more. We can come over to any of the marinas here. We're fortunate that over the lifetime we've made friends with a lot of the owners of them, Gun, Wharf, Hasler, wherever. But yeah, we have to start somewhere. We have a different level. We have a beer and curry evening once a week. And in the past it's been for existing sponsors and that. But I'd like to open that up. We want to make friends with people because that's the most important part of life. Be friends and you won't have wars. Mm-hmm. There's no reason for the world to be unfriendly if you make friends.
Wonderful.